Assalamualaikum everyone. Are you guys ready? Okay, so we'll start our discussion. For today's topic, we'll be talking about artificial sweetener and is it a healthy alternative for our actual sugar. So sugar is something that we all consume every day, and it is something that we crave every day. It is a type of carbohydrate, and it helps us to release dopamine and supply energy. So the question is, does artificial sweetener can be used as a healthy alternative for our real sugar? Well, art- artificial sweetener can be sweeter than our actual sugar, but it won't affect our blood level the way that normal sugar does. According to World Health Organization, artificial sweetener should be taken with caution as it can pose health hazard such as cancer. But little to no evidence have been shown, as most of the research in the past 10 years are done on animals instead of human. A few examples of artificial sweetener are saccharin and sucrose. So I personally believe that artificial sugar can be beneficial, or it can be a healthy alternative for people who want to take care of their health, but also it can pose health hazard to people that consume it, as it can result in strokes and heart diseases. What do you think, Hawa?
Okay, thank you, Rifa. So basically, I personally agree and believe that artificial sweeteners is actually much healthier than sugar. This because, as we know, sugar is actually contain a lot of calories and also it can cause blood sugar spikes where it can harm our health. So basically, as for me, I more prefer artificial sweeteners because it have a lot of advantages. Right? It has a lot of advantage, especially for people with diabetes. And also, I strongly believe that it's actually more about balance. People need to use sweetener responsibility so they can reduce their sugar addiction. So that's all from me.
That's a great point, Hawa. What about you, Hazi Irfan? What are your views on artificial sweetener?
Hmm, I understand where you coming from, but I have to disagree. Just because something is sugar free does not necessarily mean it's healthy. Some artificial sweetness like aspartame have been linked to health concerns. Personally, I'd rather have a little bit of natural sugar than put synthetic chemical into my body. And honestly, I feel like using artificial sweetness is just a shortcut. Instead of addressing our over release on sweet foods, we just wrapping one problem for another. Would not it be better if we train ourselves to enjoy less sweetness overall? I get that people are trying to make healthier choice, and maybe I'm being be too strict. But I worry what that when people see the word sugar free, they automatically assume the product is healthy. When I reality many of these items are still highly processed and unhealthy in other ways. So I think we really need to look beyond labels and focus on building better eating habits instead. From me.
That's a great point, Haziq. What about you, Alia?
Okay, from my experience, I think sweetener is has helped me so much because actually I have switched from sugar to a sweetener in my daily life. Why I switch sweetener from sugar to sweetener because I think sweetener can lose my weight because it like Helwa say sweetener doesn't have calorie. So the uh the proof from the sweetener is have because I have lost my weight and I feel more energetic when I take sweetener. But even though sweetener is more healthier than sugar, I also will limit how much I will consume the sweetener in a day. Because if we if we consume too much sweetener, it can be anything happen in our body. Unless the sweetener is making by a natural source, like stevia is making in fruits and others. So that's all from.
Thank you, Noalia. So, last but not least, what are your views on artificial sweetener, Shamira?
I do agree with Alia, which is artificial sweetener are now often marketed as a healthier alternative to sugar, especially for people who are trying to reduce calories intake, manage blood sugar levels, or prevent a dental problem. However, I think artificial sweetener can be a healthier alternative to sugar in a moderation intake. It is because, especially for people with have that have a specific health condition like diabetes, uh, high blood pressure, maybe uh, in a moderation intake, it will manage their specific health goals. So that they can manage their diabetes or reducing their calories intake. However, it rely on heavily on them or using them to justify otherwise unhealthy diet or unhealthy what the, their goal may not achieve if they take it too much or consume it in a wrong way. I think that's it for me.
Thank you, everyone, for your great insight. So, we all could agree that artificial sweetener can actually be a healthier alternative for actual sugar, but then it should be consumed in moderation as it can pose serious health hazards such as diabetes and heart diseases. That's all for today. Thank you for coming to our discussion. Bye.